At first glance, it may seem like it's the successor to the Deluxe given the name, but actually the Max refers to maximum battery life. So the packaging is typical of Asus Zenfone. Let's just quickly open this up and see what we have inside. So first and foremost, we have the phone itself. We will be taking a closer look at this in just a bit. But also in the box, we get a travel adapter and you have the charging cable. So here's a closer look at the phone. In the front, we have a 5.5-inch HD IPS display with 5 megapixel camera on the top, and we have capacitive buttons at the bottom for navigation, which sadly aren't backlit. Now, over to this side, we have the volume rocker and the power button, and the USB port and the 3.5mm headphone socket are placed on the bottom and on the top. Now, coming to the back, we have this nice matte finish for the cover. There's a 30 megapixel camera that's capable of full HD video. We have a dual tone LED flash and what appears to be an IR blaster for the focusing system. Now, you can remove the back cover, however the battery is non-removable. So there's a 5000 milliamp hour battery over here. There's a slot for up to a 128 GB micro SD card, and you have obviously the two micro SIM slots for 4G. Powering the Zenfone Max is a Qualcomm Snapdragon 410 SoC. So not exactly mid-range, but more towards entry level. We also have 2 GB of RAM and there's 16 GB of onboard storage. So that is a quick unboxing and first look of the phone. Next, let's head into the full review of the Asus Zenfone Max and see what's on offer. The phone feels similar to other Asus phones, except it's fatter and heavier. The rounded back also offers good grip, which makes it comfortable to hold despite the added weight. The buttons are placed in the traditional spot rather than the back and are responsive. The low resolution display felt underwhelming, but was needed in order to get maximum battery life. The bundle charger isn't the fastest at charging, and we found it taking nearly 5 hours to charge the phone completely. Performance-wise, the Zenfone Max is pretty much identical to the Zenfone 2 Laser, thanks to very similar internals. 4G only works in the primary SIM slot, and there's a separate tray for storage expansion. The software tells a similar story as well. We have Zen UI running on top of Android 5.0 with the similar software tweaks we've seen in the past. The primary camera produces decent indoor shots, but images appear overexposed under harsh sunlight. The laser autofocus is also pretty quick to lock on focus. Like the Gionee Marathon M5, the Zenfone Max lasted us for more than a full day in our video tests, despite the smaller battery. With regular use, you should easily make it through a couple of days before.
Fine, but let's find out. Also, one thing to keep in mind is that we're playing all these games in the standard mode. So like you saw, the phone was able to handle the game pretty well. The maximum temperature that I recorded at the back was 28.7, and the maximum temperature that I got from the screen was about 28.1. So like you saw, the phone handled this game really well. There were no noticeable stutters or lag. And now we've been gaming for about 22 minutes. So also let's have a look at the temperatures. The maximum reading that I got on the screen was about 28.9. And one good thing about this phone is it's not getting really warm to hold, so that's a good thing. Moving towards the back, the maximum reading that I could get was around 30.5. Okay, now we're playing Modern Combat 5. It's a graphically intensive game and I've seen some lag and stutters on other mid-range to budget phones, but let's see how the Asus ZenFone Max handles this game.
That's the last of them.
Here, Ruth har med cykel till you, so she can contact you.
Thanks.
So I noticed some minor lag and stutter during the gameplay, but it's not like the game is not playable, it's still very much playable. And we've been gaming for about 33 minutes, so let's have a look at the temperatures again. So the maximum reading I got on the front was about 28.5. And moving towards the back, the maximum reading that I could get was about 30.9. So one thing is very impressive that after about 33 minutes of gaming, the phone is still not heating up. So thumbs up to Asus.
I did notice some minor frame drops and lags, but that is how it is. It is just having a 1 GHz quad core processor, so you can't expect a lot from that. And let's play GTA San Andreas. Let's see how it performs. And I can see that it is not doing that well. It is already very laggy. You can see I'm playing this game on the max graphics right now. And let's. It is 2016. I feel that Asus could have included a better processor for a 10,000 rupees price tag, but that is how it is now. We can't really change that. So the GTA San Andreas on the Asus ZenFone Max is not working fine on max graphics and even on the medium settings, so it won't really work that well compared to other games like Asphalt 8 and Dead Trigger